Hello, it's Randy Duck and welcome back for another video. Today I've got two replays to show you in the Tier 9 American Premium Tank Destroyer, the TL-7 Black. Now I picked up this tank destroyer in the Black Friday event, having not actually previously owned it, and I must admit I've really enjoyed playing this tank. It's essentially a very stealthy 4-shot autoloader tank destroyer with 360 alpha per shot. And yeah, I must admit I've just had a lot of fun playing it. If you want to see the equipment and crew setup I'm running, you can see that at the bottom of the screen as I speak. You see, I do use gun lane drive on this tank, and that's mainly because one of the sort of weaknesses of the tank is the bloom on the aim time is, it's quite large, so you do need to wait till that fully aims in, but that's kind of a balancing factor because you can actually get your shots away pretty quickly. It's just that you have to wait for the aim time actually to kick in, otherwise you end up missing your shot. And you do have a 32-second reload, so you want to make sure you're not missing those shots, otherwise you're out the game for a while whilst you're on reload. But you can see here we have a perfect start really to the game by managing to get all 4 shots away, not any damage in return. And now we're on this reload where the fun police is looking to shoot us, so I'm just trying to be careful of that and move around. I've got to be a little bit careful where I am. The enemy tanks are played quite aggressively in the bowl behind us, but I also don't want to get shot by the tanks behind us necessarily whilst I'm trying to shoot those. So I'm kind of keeping an eye on that and putting this big rock behind us to sort of try and prevent that happening. But I am going to go down now and take out these tanks because they're in a lot of bother here really, and I should be able to make light work of them. We get our 2 shots in, that enemy tank gets taken out, and now we put one more into Dragon. Can we finish him off? Yes, we can. And another successful clip there, putting us onto 2,600 damage with our first kill and only losing a tiny bit of hit points. So again, good start to the game really. You do have 10 degrees of gun depression on this tank, so you can play the ridge lines quite well. You don't really have much armour when it comes to armour. You might get a couple of weird ricochets, but on the whole you shouldn't rely to bounce on any shots in this tank. But that's not really what it's about. You've got that good concealment and you just want to catch people off guard. On the standard round you have 252 penetration with 1060 shell velocity, and on the premium APCR round you've got 315 penetration with 1492 shell velocity, which is really good because you don't have to lead those shots that well at all. You can see now the enemy tanks are pushing down the sort of 7-8 line, and we managed to get another half clip before we go on to reload, putting us onto 4,000 damage and 1 kill with a lot of damage still available in this lobby. So far this game's looking pretty good. We've started to take the lead now. We've got a couple of tanks advantage. We're just kind of still we've kind of been in this position but for the majority of the start of this game, but we haven't really seen the sense of relocating because we're in a good position. Because I know these tanks behind us keep poking and I'm waiting for them to poke aggressively, so I'm keeping an eye on that and the tanks behind as well, so I can try and get shots at them if they do so. Whilst keeping an eye on both flanks essentially, so I can get shots at both multiple angles. So I was considering going down into the bowl to get some earlier shots in, but I don't feel it's the right time to do that at the moment. And this enemy heavy tank is what I was talking about earlier. I was waiting for this sort of opportunity. Unfortunately I end up bouncing 2 off his lower plate, mainly because I'm not actually letting the aim time fully aim in, and that's a problem with the tank. You do need to let it fully aim in. I just didn't know if I wanted to try and get those shots away quickly essentially. We do at least manage to pen 2 though out of the 4 clip, and that puts us on just shy of 5,000 damage, and we pick up a tiny bit of track assistance as well. So I'm now considering moving in up to the 8 line. Unfortunately I get caught out there, and then by crashing into that wall is not helped me either. And I'm now in an awkward situation because there's a Night Stalker, as you can see, which I wasn't aware was up the top in the north, and now that's kind of trapped me, if you like. Night Stalker doesn't really have a shot exactly at me. He's trying to hit me, but I've got this rock and he's actually hitting the rock and the missile is exploding on the rock in front of us. But you can see we are in an awkward situation, so we've got to be very, very careful. And I wish I took a more safe route to do that. I was trying to go round and then see if I can get angles on the tanks at the sort of the G78 area. That's not really gone to plan. I've kind of got holed up. But this enemy heavy tank here is exposing itself to us. We managed to get only 1 out of the clip there. Again, that was where the aim time is, but I didn't have long for him to get back into the cover. So that's why I took those shots early, because once he got hull down, it was going to be very difficult for me to actually pen him anyway. We are back on reload again with 5,000 damage. Still a close game. The enemy team have pulled this back. You know, it's 8 versus 7. That Night Stalker looks like he is a one-shot, and I have actually got potential shots of this tank destroyer. I'm wishing I wasn't on reload here, otherwise I could have tried to track him and pick up some damage here. So we get one shot in. We hope we can get another one in before he gets around that rock. We do put another 2 shots in, put us under just shy of 6,000 damage now, and it's coming up to that sort of stage of the game where we've taken a little bit more control of the map. We won the sort of 8-9 line hill, and that frees up, you know, a lot more positions, because I know I'm not going to get shot in the left. So I've got safety to move forward now and see if we can find a home for these last 2 shots in the clip. It's one of those situations where it's like, maybe I could have gone on reload, but I just wanted to get these 2 shots in, you know, but that's just kind of how it is. We get damage, what, 7 versus 5, definitely not 100% one, but it's looking positive for our team, I should say. We're in good positions. Enemy Terran gets spotted, he gets put onto a one-shot. We manage to finish him off there, picking up our 2nd kill of the game. And now we are on that long reload where we're thinking, I wish I wasn't on reload here, because there's lots of tanks I could shoot at down to 9-0. But I've just got to wait and hope they stay alive long enough for us to get this reload in and see if we can pick up another clip and get closer to that 7,000 damage mark, which would be a nice way to finish off this game. So only got 7 seconds left now on the reload. Enemy tank destroyer is moving up on the right hand side here. We should be able to get a shot into him. We do, putting him onto a one shot. We'll see if we can shoot through, you know, those bushes, bits of cover there, but we didn't quite have the angle. We need him to expose himself. We have got the shot here. We bounce that one again with the aim time, but then we get that shot in there, picking up our 3rd kill and putting us on to 7,000 damage with 1 remaining shell. And this is again, this is that problem. I don't know why I didn't let that fully aim in. I thought he was just going to get absolutely deleted in seconds, which is why I took the shot. But in fact, I had more time and I should have let that aim a little bit more. But there you go. We finished the first replay with 3 kills, 7,000 damage, 500 assistance, just shy of 2,000 base XP. Only the first class, so in the high caliber. But we still have one more replay to come. Let's see if we get the ace tanker in the 2nd replay. Okay, so we made it for the final replay then on the Province Encounter Battle. It is tier 10 matchmaking where there is 2 enemy artillery, no enemy light tanks. So initially on Province on this spawn or encounter, we're going to push straight across and get to the other side of the ridge, work out how many tanks are contesting that side, and then, you know, figure out what we're going to do from there. Generally, I'm not a massive fan of Province. I think it can lead to some very boring matchmaking where it gets a little bit stale, but that's just my opinion on the map. I don't think it's very well suited to higher tiers, but nonetheless, I do still have some good games on the map. It's just some of them end up being quite boring in my opinion. But nevertheless, we're going to move up to this position, and again, I just want to see what we can test over this side. Sometimes the enemy team push up aggressively and we can get some shots in. You know, we do have 10 degrees of gun depression, so we can play the ridges okay. I just can't really expect to bounce many rounds with my armour, but I've got that clip which, you know, I can take away a lot of hit points, you know, fairly quickly. So we do have some support with us. We have quite a lot of tanks on the sort of the other side of the map which can shoot across the map, so we can get some shots in, and we managed to catch out this enemy rev early doors. And let's just see if we can get our clip into this tank, and we do. A good way to start that game, picking up 1,000 damage and a kill. Enemy fun police is now looking to shoot us, so I just need to try and move, get into cover somewhat, and well, when I reload anyway, and then we can see if I can cover our medium tank. But if you look at our medium tank at the sort of B8 area, they have pushed quite aggressively, and hopefully that allows them to spot some targets, and we may be able to get some shots in here. So we've got about 4 seconds left on our reload, and we're looking to see if we can get some shots into these enemy VK there at the back. Hopefully we'll be able to squeeze a couple of shots in for his turret there. We get 2 shots in, enemy waffle gets spotted there, but we don't have time to get that last shell in. But if this waffle keeps continuing this path, maybe we could get a shot in. No, not quite possible. But now we have got an opportunity to shoot this enemy tank destroyer, and we managed to get our full clip away again. So far so good. Managed to pen all rounds we've fired so far, And we do actually get a ricochet there. That's what I mean, because you get the sort of extreme angles you can bounce shots. It's just not something, you know, the armour's not something to be relied on, but you do get those weird ricochets. So 2,400 damage then, 1 kill. Only 10 tanks remaining. So we're going to try and push ahead now, because our team have pushed quite aggressively down this 7-8 line. And that's going to give us freedom to actually move up and try and get some shots. If we win this side, we can then get shots into the other side of the map on the sort of 1, 2, 3 line. But we need to win what's in front of us before we can do that. So I'm going to take a wide angle here, using buildings to the left to try and block line of sight from tanks on the other side of the map. But looking at the map, they're kind of getting pushed back themselves. We get a nice shot into the waffle, a second shot into waffle, damaging his fuel tank there, and then setting him on fire with the final shot, which is always good. Putting us under just shy of 4,000 shots, and a shot at the waffle, and I hit the artillery behind. I wasn't even aiming at the artillery there, but I get very fortunate that it hit someone anyway. So yeah, we take those. 4,000 damage now. And now we're just going to continue this path, because there's only 6 tanks remaining, and this has been a complete waffle stomp. Usually when it's like this, you know, in a big autoload with a 30 odd second reload, you don't get enough time to get your damage in. But as it stood, we're doing okay, and so far every shot we fired has in fact penned. So it's going pretty well so far. Enemy E6 is full health. I'm happy to let this E6 shoot me, if I'm honest. He's going to get 2 into me, but I just want to try and get my whole clip away, which is what I do. He actually turns for the heavy tank coming behind him, who was a 1-shot, and now I move in while I'm on my reload. Again, I've managed to have a perfect game so far in the terms of my hit-pen ratio. So far, every shot fired has hit and penned. So we're on reload, and only 4 tanks remaining on 5,000 damage. This E6 is coming for us. I'm looking for a bit of help from my team, because I've still got 6 seconds left on that reload. Thankfully, I do get that by a friendly tank destroyer who takes him out. And there's only those 3 tanks remaining, which are all on the other side. I'm just waiting to lose my spot here. I don't want to get shot when I cross, and maybe I can try and squeeze in some shots in the other side, because they are still fairly healthy. So that's always good. We get 1 into the enemy tank destroyer, who is now in a bit of cover, but I might be able to squeeze 1 into this concept, potentially. I'm going to try and adjust my angle somewhat to see if I can get any better shots in. And I do have an opportunity in this enemy E3 here, and thankfully that shot goes true, picking up a kill. And then can we dump our remaining shells into this leopard, and we do, put us under just about 7,000 damage with 2 kills. Again, this time we've hit all of our shots. We're on reload now, and it's just, will these tanks survive long enough for us to get our clipping? Because I have good shots at them, but you know, they're in a bit of bother, aren't they, really? 10 versus 2. But we don't have that long left on the reload, and I'm thinking, come on, please, keep your hit points, tanks. I want to try and pick some of them off. Please keep your hit points. Unfortunately, Concept gets taken out, but the leopard over pokes. We get our shot in. Can we get the kill as well? And we do. And we managed to put ourselves onto 7,500. And we had the perfect game in regards to our hit-pen ratio. Every shot we fired hit and penned, which was good because we needed that, because the game was quite a quick game. But we finish off and we do get the ace tank at that game. And yeah, there we go. So that is the video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, if you do like the content, please remember to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. But yeah, thanks for watching, and happy tanking.
Enemy in sight. Hadouken!